Resistance isn't futile, it's inevitable. Welcome to American Heathen.
From the authoritarian, theocratic shithole country of Americanistan to the ganglia of egregious, felonious fuckwads at the state and local governmental levels, flagrantly fanatical, fascist, fantastic fuckery abounds. Welcome to American Heathen. I'm R.J. Evans. I'm remembering the immortal words of St. George Carlin. St. Carlin, yeah. Military cemeteries around the world are packed with brainwashed dead soldiers who were convinced God was on their side. America prays for God to destroy our enemies. Our enemies pray for God to destroy us. Somebody's going to be disappointed. Somebody's wasting their time. Could it be everyone? In God we trust. Yeah, the national motto that replaced E pluribus unum, out of many, one, back in 1956. Fuck the many, only the one matters, right? And so began the slow and steady descent of a nation from a democratic republic of the many into a fascist, authoritarian, theocratic shithole country honoring only a privileged few and propped up by an imaginary deity. Why, you might ask? Well, because a jealous, vengeful God is the perfect fascist, authoritarian, theocratic supreme figurehead to facilitate and justify any and all manner of chicanery, corruption, torture, rape, murder, and genocide by the fearful and the faithful fuckery of fatalistic fanaticism. Power, forcefully taken by a few under the guise of being granted by the one to steal, starve, and slave away freedom until death do we part. Oh, St. Carlin also said, this country was founded by slave owners who wanted to be free. Oh, the irony of our founding fathers being slave owners and wanting to be free should not be lost in the cacophony of this moment in history. You see, hypocrisy always reveals the lies, as I say, and MAGA's embrace of this historical hypocritic dogma is the epitome of what the fuck? What the fuck? But of course, it is the founding fathers' vision come true, isn't it? Freedom for me, but not for thee. Right? Yeah. Anyway, the filthy rich and shamelessness of unregulated, unabashed capitalist zealots feeding on the chaos and bathing in the hypocrisy of the MAGA In God We Trust crowd should come as no surprise. It's the perfect suffocating crucible of demagoguery and slavishness, and maggots are the perfect cowardly suckers for the master-slave mentality. Their faith in and fear of the God makes them the perfect sycophants to carry out the world-dominating dirty work of the filthy rich and shameless. And why not? Come on. Hey, they trust that their God knows how to use the turn signal lever on their steering column to indicate their next reckless lane change. He is their co-pilot after all. However, it's painfully obvious that God is too busy driving their cars to attend to their health, their safety, and their racist, bigoted, hate-filled desires and their greed. The flock still has to go to doctors when they're sick. They buy guns in huge quantities to protect themselves, and they ban books to avoid being exposed to reality. And all of this, while continuously praying for their God to kill their enemies, heal the sick, and make them rich. Jesus fucking Christ. Somebody call the director of the movie Idiocracy. We need a part 2, but a documentary this time. Oh, St. Carlin. Traditional values, that's traditional American values, genocide, aggression, conformity, emotional repression, hypocrisy, and the worship of comfort and consumer goods. What wonderful, in God we trust American values, huh? And at least 77 million voting MAGAs are so proud of those American values. Proud? Oh, yes, they're proud. They're proud to be hated as much as Hitler, Benito Mussolini, Francisco Franco, Pol Pot, or Mao Zedong. They're so proud. I have to ask the maggots, the Republican politicians, and the Democrats who secretly facilitate the destruction of our democratic republic by making backroom deals with the filthy rich and shameless. How proud are you? How does it feel to be the most hated and despised human beings on this planet? How does it feel to know that you have participated willingly to write the final chapter that will close the book of human existence? And I have to ask the filthy rich and shameless, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and a whole host of others like you. When is there no one left to serve you? When is there no one left to serve you, to satiate your lust or to gratify your sadistic love of the kill? What will become of your greed? Huh? If all are masters, who will serve you when you've killed off all your slaves? I'll leave everybody with this. A quote from Jane Eyre in her book, Charlotte Brontë. If all the world hated you and believed you wicked, while your own conscience approved of you and absolved you from guilt, you would not be without friends. Hey, let's go over to Father Seamus O'Randall. Apparently he disagrees with me, I think.
Thank you, Brother RJ, and bless you for your inspiration. But I'm not so pessimistic as you, my friend. If America were really in decline, you'd see the signs. I was reading St. Augustine the other day, for fun. Now there was somebody who saw a real collapse of the entire Western Roman Empire. There's just no comparison with today in wealth inequality, corruption of leadership, military adventurism, loss of core belief systems, or loss of trust in institutions. No, just because one of us became a trillionaire only means America is still the land of opportunity. And it's not like our military is going abroad in search of monsters to destroy, as John Quincy Adams put it. We're only in the Middle East, so our bestie has Lebensraum to grow, not to depopulate lands and extract resources. That would be wrong. And it's not as if America's leadership is corrupt. They're just waiting for somebody to tell them when they've gone too far. And it's not like we don't have democratic institutions to trust. I'm sure that any day now, Congress will discover they have the power to legislate. And surely the courts will soon realize they can actually enforce laws as they were plainly written. So, my brothers and sisters, there's absolutely no reason to give up hope. In fact, Christianity is promoting a cultural life in the USA. Any day now, pro-life Christians will start supporting free prenatal health care, child tax credits and income supports for children, paid maternity and paternity leave, childhood food security, adequate housing and early childhood education. Because all Christians know these are the things that'll save lives, including unborn lives, and encourage families to have more children. What I'm trying to say is, if America really were in decline, you'd see elected officials making money rather than public policy from their office of trust, such as accidentally raking in $1 billion off a cryptocurrency whose very name tells you nobody understands it. If America really were in decline, you'd see the media we trust to tell truth to power start telling lies to the powerless. You'd see people too comfortable with their streaming soporifics to engage and organize with their neighbors to oppose the arrest and deportation of workers whose jobs they need done, but they would never do. My friends, I urge you not to give up hope for America. Your favorite country won't collapse, not till the climate collapses. And while this will be the hottest year in your life, you must live hopefully in the knowledge that this will be the coolest year of the rest of your life. I'm Father Seamus O'Randall, and I will confess again. Is it getting hot in here?
Thanks, brother. Comments or questions? Email me at godlessbastard@americanheathen.com or Father Seamus at americanheathen.com. And remember this, hypocrisy always reveals the lies. And fuck ICE.